Evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel, and today we've got some OP replays. Yes, we are going to start off with the new tank on the block, the T77, and of course with the new ranked system. Now, I think I spoke a bit too soon about the rank system. I love the idea of the rank system. The idea is quite cool, but I think it's come off quite kind of wrong how it's done, and the fact that they are implementing this on a lot of new tanks the next coming update or so, I just don't think the whole system is great, to be honest, because as a lot of people are gonna see, when you rank up your tank, you are going to be shown to the enemy team. So we can see that the enemy T77 is only ranked 1. I don't think it should be shown to the enemy team, because if you're ranked the highest rank that you can get in this tank, yes, it does require a little bit of skill towards the end. You're going to have to get mastery badges to rank up, etc, etc. People on the enemy team are going to see that, and they're going to see that you're quite a good player. If you're the highest rank you can get, what, rank 50 or whatever it is, people are going to see that, and you're going to be tunneled. You're going to be focused, because people are going to know that you're a good player. So I do think it's come out wrong. I think the way they executed it was wrong, but I do love the idea of the new ranked system. I think they just need to change it, dramatically change it, because currently how it is, I just don't think it's good. The fact that you have to spend credits and XP or whatever on it, I just think is wrong. I think the way they've done this is completely wrong, but who knows, you never know, they might change it in the future, but I doubt it. I think this is what we're going to have to put up with. So I do hope Wargaming will also add the fact that if you could turn off it, because if they're going to add this for all the tanks, maybe people don't want, I don't want people to know what rank I am, especially on the enemy team, because you're going to get focused. So I hope one day Wargaming do add that you can turn, like a turn off, turn on function, so you can turn it off if you don't want to use it. That's what I think they should do. Whether they can or can't do it, I don't know, but that's just my opinion. But we're going to see how this game plays out. So of course, Dead Rail is a great map for a tank with a little bit of gun depression and a turret, and this has both of that. So he's going to just hold this ridge line, and he's going to hold it really well. Now you can see the enemy T77 is looking, and you know what, we're not going to worry about the enemy T77. Why? Because we know he is only level 1. So I don't know if he's going to be a good player, or if he doesn't really play the tank. The tank's been out a week or so now, and he's only level 1. So I mean, our guy here is only level 2, but we know that with the position he's in and his level, we know he's not the best of players. He might be, we never know, but that's just what we're assuming. So far our guy has got 3.9k damage. There goes the T32. So the T77's actually doing something, and it's a 4 versus 6. So already it is a difficult task for the green team to come back from. Now we know that there is a heavy that's gone right. The WZ has gone right with the Pantera. So our guy in the T77 has spotted this, well spotted by the way, and he's going to go and help his team. He's going to help his medium or his light tank, and he's going to help the VK45. So yeah, I mean, it's going to put a bit of pressure on these two guys here. So instead of just a 2 versus 2, it's going to be a 3 versus 2, and they don't have too many hit points left. So he'll be able to clear this WZ, and you can see he's still getting some bounces. So he's using that armor profile really well. And again, if you hold down in this tank, it is quite a difficult pen. So the Pantera has gone forward. I was going to say stay there. If he would have stayed there, then he may have got the a bit of damage from butt bashing into him. A bit of ram damage, but unfortunately doesn't. But he is going to get taken out, and as you can see, he is now dead. So 4.7k damage. The enemy have started to push the middle here. We know that this WZ is still a one-shot. I mean, there's 4 tanks we can see that is all pretty much one shot. So he can clear 2 tanks here. There goes 1 tank. Can he get the Tiger? No, he can't. So just go for this WZ. He's the next easiest target. And what are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know if that WZ thought he was on a reload, but why would you just come out like that? You don't have freaking 20 degrees of gun depression, and you just come out. You just come out over the top and just made it easy for our guy here. So it is now a 3 versus 2. Our guy has still got quite a lot of hit points, 1400 hit points still left. He's on 2 kills. He's blocked 1200 damage. So that blocked them block shots has been very, very important. He's going to go for the HE here, 550. Second shell, 458. So almost 1,000 damage there. Well, it was 1,000 damage done to that guy, just over 1,000 damage, and that Scorpion is now a 1-shot. So yes, our guy here did take a shot, but that was definitely worth taking. So we are watching Simp. So that guy's now a 1-shot, and pretty much all the tanks on the enemy team are a 1-shot. So they could push forward. It's a 3 versus 3. We know that there's definitely 2 tanks on a 1-shot. I'm not quite sure what the T-77's hit points is, but we need to take out this Scorpion G. The Scorpion is still a dangerous target. He could do a lot of damage per shot, and he's going to get a nice easy penetration there for his 3rd kill. Is he going to go for the reload? I personally wouldn't go for the reload. I would have gone left to try to clear the Tiger, but as it happens, the T-49 does take care of him, and it just leaves the T-77 on the enemy team. So 6,200 damage, 3 kills, and just 1 tank left alive. Now he could now just rush forward, and as you can see, the T-77 is a 1-shot. He's going to switch to the heat. He does get penetrated, but it doesn't matter. He can still take a shot. He gets a bounce there, and what a shot for this final shot there. What a beautiful hatch shot into that guy to get his 4th kill. Overall, very high damage. Number 1 in the Hall of Fame currently, and that was 6,380 damage, 1,600 block damage, and a well-deserved mastery badge. So well played, Simp, and nice damage. A nice play. Next up, we have got, I believe it is a 60 TP. Now, we see these tanks quite regularly in either Hall of Fame games or high damage games because it's a fantastic tank. It really is a fantastic tank for all kind of situations. It's good for side scraping. It's kind of good. Not the best for side scraping, but you can still side scrape. Only just, but you do need to be careful for your front plate, because if you angle, then you front plate, there's sections of your front plate that becomes really, really weak. So side scraping is good if you're not intending to shoot the enemy. So if the enemy shoot, then you can back up and take the shot and then get into that side scraping position. So it's good for that. It's good for hold down. It's got a high alpha gun. Of course, it's got the tungsten shells to make it even do more damage. So it's an all-round great tank. So first up, the nice ammo rack damage there on the E5, but he does take a shot from that guy, and I mean, there's 260 TPs together here. If they could work together and focus fire, they really can cause damage. But at the minute, there are the only 2 tanks here. The Yo is coming, but he decides to go sort of to the left here, which leaves our 2 guys on their own. So they are noticing that, and they are backing up, just because if they do get overrun, considering, and actually the reason they're backing up, because the team haven't spotted anyone that side of the map. So they know that everyone's going to be here. So backing up definitely is the right choice to do. Now, if they can wait here, I mean, the team is behind. No idea what this T-54E1 is doing. Like, what are you doing? But that actually works in the favor for our guys here, because that turns the attention of these guys. The E5 has now lost. He's going to die because he turned his attention. I mean, he could have just ignored that T-54E1. No idea what that T-54E1 was doing, but it does help our guys out. No idea what that shot was. Where did that go? I have no idea. But currently, it is a 5 versus 6. They still have the Yo here for a bit of backup, but the Kranvagn is now coming around. So he does, of course, get shot from the side. This is where these guys on the left should start pushing. The Yo, the Death Star, they should start pushing, because the Kranvagn is pretty much done what the T-54E1 did, and that was take the attention of these guys, and this is exactly what the Kranvagn has done. But unfortunately for the Kranvagn, the rest of the team are not playing ball. They are just sitting in the open, or hiding, where the Yo, the IS-7, the Death Star could have all pushed around. If they would have all pushed around, our guy Gimme Gimme in the 60 TP would have been dead, and they would all be pushing back to behind our other 60 TP here. And the 60 TP doesn't have the best of DPMs, but it is now a 3 versus 5. Our guy's come back to try and keep his teammate alive. Of course, there is someone behind as well still, but he's a one shot, so hopefully he can take a few shots. He can still take a couple of shots, and if they work well together, I mean, that Yo, if he would have just aimed a little bit better, he would have been able to clear that Yo. But I love the team play here. I love that he's trying his hardest to keep our guy alive, but unfortunately, he didn't go to plan. So now look at this situation. It is a 2 versus 4. He's got 3 tanks in front of him, and he's got the Waffle behind. Of course, he's taken a shot from the Waffle. There's the Death Star. If he takes a shot from the Death Star, it is going to be game over. But he's backing up all the way. He's going to use the tungsten shells to get that shot into the Waffle. The Waffle is still burning. Look at that, 1,000 damage into him, and now he's backed up and he's going to use these guys as a bit of cover. That there was unfortunate. Of course, I hate it when it happens, especially when you're in a long reload tank. You shoot almost exactly the same time as your team do, but of course, because they killed that guy, that was a wasted shot, and that could actually be very, very important. There's still almost a full hit point IS-7 to deal with, but these guys are doing well. The VK-90 is here for a bit of protection. Now, if I was the enemy team, if I was the Death Star or the IS-7, I would actually take a shot. I would just come out and just take a shot from the VK. Yes, you're going to lose hit points, but you will easily be able to clear this 60 TP. But because the VK is behind, none of them want to turn. None of them want to come out around the corner. And when they do, it is the wrong choice, and now they're going to go for this guy, and he's using this this dead tank as a bit of cover. So yeah, I mean, wrong choices here from the enemy team. So wrong. The Death Star is now dead, and now it is a 2 versus 1, and the whole game has changed because he can now take a shot from this IS-7. The VK still has 800, just over 800 hit points. He can potentially take 2 shots as long as they're not high rolls, but it is now going to be a 2 versus 1. But the IS-7 needs to do something. With this VK coming, he needs to start pushing this 60 TP. Yes, he may again take a shot, but coming out sideways like he does, taking the shot from there was again the wrong decision. So plenty of wrong decisions from the enemy team here, and that's what you got to remember. Sometimes you do have to take shots. You have to. You've got no choice. But these guys were too afraid to do it, and because of that, they end up losing the game. That shouldn't have been a win, but it was fantastic play from the VK, fantastic play from the 60 TP, and he gets just shy of the 8,000 damage mark and a well-deserved mastery badge. And the VK there, I mean, he didn't do a lot, but he did do a lot. He didn't do a lot of damage, but he's still done a lot. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. I hope you learned something from that gameplay. If you did, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and if you really want to support the channel, do become a Patreon member as well. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye. With